Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, hi, my name is Carrington. I am so glad that you found me. If you enjoy things that are book and makeup related, this is definitely going to be the channel for you, so make sure you have subscribed, click the little button so you can be notified of all my future uploads, and if you enjoy this video, make sure you give this a thumbs up. Comment down below as well what some of your recent book purchases or ones that you picked up at the library are. And let's go ahead and let's dive on into today's video, which is so exciting. And the reason why I find this so exciting is because this past weekend, it was my significant other's birthday, and we did a whole bunch of fun things that they like to do. So we went and we got massages, couple massage. We went to their favorite restaurant to eat. They had a giant steak. And we just did a lot of other things that they liked. It was also a home college football game. I'm not sure if it was homecoming or not, potentially. So we went to a bar that they really enjoy, had a couple drinks while they watched the game. I read, of course. I don't really care much about sports, but I did that with them because that's what they liked. And then they were like, let's go to Barnes & Noble. So anytime we go out, a lot of times, even if it's a day not for me, we will usually end it by either going to Sephora, Ulta, or Barnes & Noble. And this time, they picked Barnes & Noble because it's their birthday and they had some books that they wanted to look into getting for themselves. I just want to say we did something really fun and exciting. We did. And that is, I was like, okay, I'm going to limit myself to 15 books. 15 books. I picked 2 books. I picked 2 books that I wanted. Okay, that I was like, I want this. I was like, but I want you to go throughout the rest of the store and just pick me out 13 books. And he was like, you already own so many books. I was like, I will let you know whether or not I have those. And he was like, can you narrow it down to a couple genres? And I was like, okay, thriller, horror, mystery, and fantasy. I will do any of those and be happy with those. So that's what he did. So I'm going to share with you the books that we got from Barnes & Noble. So if you are excited as much as I am, then definitely keep on watching. We're just going to kick it off with the 2 books that I picked up. The first one, okay, I know that this is really not something even close to being in my age range. It's not even young adult. It's literally a kid's book. But I plan on either reading it to my kids, and if they're not interested in it, I don't care. I'll read it because it was so good for my childhood. And it's also one that's on the banned book list. I don't know why it's banned. I will look it up and I will put it over here as to why it has been banned in certain schools, libraries, whatever the case may be. And that is Bridge to Terabithia. I loved this book so much as a child. This book traumatized me and made me absolutely so sad. And then they did the movie, and that was super sad as well. This whole book is it's so sad. It's soul crushing. But I loved it as a kid, and I'm hoping to be able to read this to my kids. And if not, I don't care. I'm gonna read them. Okay, I don't care if I'm a 30-year-old adult. Okay, I'm gonna read it. Thank you. The next book that I picked up is going to be Credence. I picked this up because this is supposed to be a book that I'm supposed to be reading this month. I have not started it yet. I have 3 book clubs and I haven't started any of them. They're all going to happen at the end of the month. So I know for a fact that I could make it through these pretty quickly. But I picked this one up so that way I could start this for the book club. I already thought that I had it and I didn't. So when I went to Barnes & Noble and I saw this, I was like, oh, I need to grab that. This book, I don't really know what to expect. I've heard a lot of hype about this on TikTok. I haven't really heard a lot of negative things about it. I don't know. My algorithm has so many things coming through. It's not just books. We've got makeup, we've got funny videos, we've got animal videos. Okay, my algorithm is algorithm. I don't know. It's doing its job. But anyways, this is about Tiernan de Haas. That's what we're gonna go with. Anyways, her parents were really famous and then they die, and she is just 2 months shy of 18, and she is not really upset about her parents dying. She was just kind of like, I've kind of always been alone while they've been in like this spotlight. So for her, it wasn't anything, different. But since she is a minor, she is sent to live with her dad's stepbrother and his 2 sons. And again, she's 2 months shy of 18. And so they're teaching her how to live life, like out in the wilderness, things like that. And then the 2 people are in love with her. One has her, the other one wants her. I don't know. I'm really interested to see what that means. But I've heard a lot of good things, so I'm hoping that this is good. Here's a disclaimer. I know what the last 2 books are about. I do not know what the next ones are about. I know what I can remember him picking some of these. I don't remember him picking all of these. So, just wanted to say that I don't remember him picking all of these, but I'm just going to share what he got, and I have no idea what they're about, but I'm so excited. So, the first one is going to be Road of Bones by Christopher Golden. This, I'm assuming is really good. It says, tightly wound atmospheric will scare the hell out of you. So I have no idea what this is going to be about, but this definitely, if it's going to be scary and Stephen King thinks that it's scary, I'm very excited to read it. The next one is going to be Not So Perfect Strangers. This is supposed to be like a domestic thriller. It's supposed to be about where these 2 women are both in abusive relationships. They are trying to leave those relationships. They run across each other, and they are trying desperately hard to figure out how to get away, how to stay away permanently, while one of them has a child with the said abuser. And so what happens from there, I don't know, but I'm excited to give this a try. The next one that he got me is Luckiest Girl Alive. I don't know anything about this book. Some of these books I have heard of and I know a little bit about what they're about. Some of them I don't. This one, Luckiest Girl Alive, I have no idea what this is about. But it says over 1 million copies sold. The perfect page turner, legitimately shocking, completely unput-downable. So I don't know what this is supposed to be about. I think it was on like the thriller table because some of them had stickers. I tried to take them off other books and I did not, but it was like buy one, get one 50% off. And I think he just picked a ton up from there. So I don't know what this is supposed to be about. I'm hoping it's a thriller. I don't know. Oh, Reese Witherspoon's best-selling debut novel of the year, soon to be a film from Reese Witherspoon. Okay. I don't know. If you guys have read any of these books that I've never read before, let me know if they're good or not. Or if you've heard about these and they seem good, let me know, because I'm not for sure what this is about. We literally just got home and I just had to share. So I didn't have time to read the backs of them. Okay, I just wanted to share them. So if you guys know what these are about, let me know down below, or if they're any good. The next one is going to be Dead of Winter by Darcy Coates. I have quite a few of her books, a lot of Darcy Coates books. I don't have this one, but they are definitely more of like a horror, thriller type of writer. A lot of people say their books are really spooky. I have not read any of their books yet, but I have heard a lot of people say that like they're very spooky, and so I'm really excited. I have not heard of this. And it's not part of one that's in my collection, so I'm excited to give this one a try. This book I did not think I would ever own, and now I do. This is World War Z, an oral history of the zombie war. This is based around the movie, and I do like the movie. I just didn't think I would ever pick up the book, but when my husband picked it for me, and he asked if I had it, and I said no. He got to pick. And so I do know that this differs from the movie, and that in the movie it's always shot in like present day, like this is happening right now. But with this is more of like the zombie apocalypse has already happened, like, and now what's happening now, like after the zombie apocalypse, after they have defeated like the zombies. So I'm really curious to see how much this differs from the movie. If I like this better, usually I like the books more. So we'll find out, but I was not expecting to ever own this book, but I'm glad that he picked it up. The next book is going to be The Golden Couple. This has actually been on my wish list for a while. This is about a couple who the wife is unfaithful to the husband, but they have a son, and they're wanting desperately to try to fix the marriage. So they meet a therapist named Avery, and Avery has technically lost her license, but she will still counsel people in a crisis. They just have to kind of go with her unorthodox ways. And so then whenever, they meet with her and the wife is like, I've been really, unfaithful to my husband, there is a lot of secrets that are going to be unraveled from everyone in the room. And I am just really anxious to see what those are. The next one is going to be the Book of Lost Names. That's what I said, where it was like the buy one, get one 50% off. And I tried to peel off the stickers, and it's just not going well. If you guys know the best way to be able to peel off stickers without having this happen, please let me know, because I'm desperate. I'm desperate. I don't like them on my books. I want them off. So let me know. But I have never ever heard of this. This was it wasn't really fantasy. Where did he find this? I'm not sure. I can't remember what section he found this in. It was kind of by the fantasy, horror, thriller, mystery romances. We're all kind of in this square corner together, and then off a ways were some other tables and other true crime and nonfiction and Magna and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I am not 100% for sure where he got this, because I was also looking at my own books, but I have no idea what this is about. I think he said that either he has seen a movie that is like this, or he's completely wrong. But either way, he said he hoped I liked it either way. And I'm sure I will. I will read anything. So I'm excited to know what this is about. The next one was also on a wish list that I have. This is the Handyman Method. So this is about a family that moves into this new home, and the dad is trying to do some do-it-yourself, repairs, as a lot of people are now, just because things are crazy expensive and they never need to be this expensive, period. I don't care. And so it's crazy expensive, and they're trying to do it yourself, make repairs, but then slowly something sinister starts coming into the home. And it's really affecting the dad, and it's really affecting the son, that the mom is chalking up to he's just spending too much time in front of a screen. But slowly over time, as they kind of start to ignore it, it just gets more and more intense. So I'm very excited to see what happens. I'm really excited to see if this is really going to scare me or trip me out. But I'm very excited that he picked this up, because this has been on my wish list for a couple weeks now. So that's when I can take off. The next book is going to be If We Were Villains. This was also on a wish list. So I was like, thank you, and my man. Thank you to my man, Okay. But anyways, these are about a few friends who were into the whole entire acting. They, all of them played various different roles. And now it's their 4th year, and tragedy strikes. And they had to try to convince themselves and the police that they are innocent. However, one of them is arrested and spends 10 years in prison. And now that he's let out, the detective wants to know what actually happened. And now he is ready to tell everyone what happened. So I'm just okay, what happened? I have to know. I need to know. Can you please tell me? Because I am very anxious. I would like to know. Okay, so I'm very excited that he got this, so I can finally find out what happens and remove this from my wish list. The last 4, honestly, are all books I have never heard of that he picked out. So the first one is going to be Horns by Joe Hill. I don't know, it's supposed to be devilishly good. It's a New York Times bestseller. When it comes to revenge, the devil is in the details. So I have no idea what this is supposed to be about. I am very excited though. I think he did a really good job in picking a good amount of horrors and thrillers and mysteries. So I'm really impressed with the books that he has gotten in that regard. I feel like that's what most of the books that he got are, and I'm excited. So I'm really excited for this, truthfully. The next book I've never even heard of, but I'm excited. This is called The Witch in the Well by Camilla Bruce. It says it's haunting and harrowing. I couldn't look away. I also like that it's hardback. I only have 3 hardbacks. I feel like Barnes & Noble, there's just not really a lot of hardbacks that they sell. I mean, there are some hardbacks, but there's just not a lot. And that's perfectly fine. I'm glad that he did find 3 hardback books, and that has been added. So The Witch in the Well. I have no idea, but I love witchy type of things, books, stories. Doesn't matter if it's like from like a child book, you know, like Room on the Broom. Okay, I think that's so good. But any other like witchy type books, Slewfoot, I love it so much. So I'm really, really excited to see what this is even about. Which then leads me to the next one, which is by S.A. Cosby, All the Sinners Bleed. Now, I actually do have a few books by this author that I have not read yet, but I'm very, very excited to give this a try. Again, it's in hardback, so I'm here for it, and I have no idea what this is supposed to be about. But I know S.A. Cosby is a very, very good author. A lot of their books are really recommended, so I'm excited to try this out myself. The last one is What Kind of Mother? This, I have no idea what this is about, and when he got this and I saw like what it says like on the front and the back, I was like, oh, this is gonna be so good. I can't believe you picked this out. I literally am obsessed. So basically what I've gotten so far is it's a story about grief, courage, and what we'll do for those we love. And then it's like, what kind of mother mixes like Southern Gothic, a missing child story, and body horror into an entertaining brew sure to inform your nightmares. It's a good old-fashioned, salty summer scare about beautiful, terrifying power of belief. It's deeply unsettling, oddly sweet book about what love can become. I'm just like, this sounds like there's so many things going on. It sounds like it could be like a horror mystery thriller, but also like some contemporary fiction type stuff with this. I don't know. I am literally just so excited to read this. I need a moment. I need to film because I'm so excited about these. So I'm really, really excited to figure out what these are about. Of course, make sure you guys have subscribed, so that way whenever I do read these books or talk about these books, you guys can be notified what I think about them. I have so many books on my TBR. It's kind of ridiculous, but we're not here to talk about that. We're not here to judge or shame. Okay? We're just not. All right, thank you. Thank you for coming to today's TED Talk. But I'm so excited for a lot of these. Let me know what some recent books are that you have picked up. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment. Make sure you subscribe. Click the little bell if you want to. If you don't, that's fine. So that way you can be notified whenever I post any updates about these or any more book hauls. But that is it for today's video. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me, and I will see you all in my next one.